Yeah, hi there. These comments are for R, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. You just completed let's just call it a pronunciation pretest. And you're taking the pretest before you do the post-test or the final exam. So the purpose of this video here is to see what potential problems you're having and then what you need to do to overcome some of those issues. All right, so let me download your file. Can open it up right now. And let's listen to you. So we have Part A and we have Part B.
At the English language program at CSUSB, we are committed to the furthering of knowledge, fulfilling our educational mission.
Okay, so here you have mission, and language, the English Language Program, ELP.
Promote a campus environment that welcomes, celebrates, and promotes respect for the entire variety of human experience.
Now you're kind of putting equal emphasis on all those words. Now contrast what you said with what I say. We promote a campus environment that welcomes, celebrates, and promotes respect for the entire variety of human experience. Now what's the difference there? Part of the difference is the highs and the lows, am I right? This is called intonation.
In our commitment to diversity, we welcome people from all backgrounds, and we seek to include knowledge and values from
you want to pronounce values.
Many cultures in the curriculum and extracurricular life of the campus community. We extend to each other compassion and goodwill so that we all may feel comfortable being ourselves in a safe learning environment. To further promote this safe learning environment, all student information, whether personal or academic, is kept confidential between the faculty and administration.
So when you're speaking, I'm getting the sense right now that speaking English is just not very natural to you, and when you see a lot of the words in this paragraph, you have to think very carefully as to how to pronounce these words, right? But it shouldn't be that way, right? So what you want to do is really surround yourself with native English speakers. If you need to volunteer somewhere, that's a great thing. You can go, we have these called convalescent homes here in California. They're homes for old people, and you can go there and visit with people and talk to them in English all day long. Or for a few hours a day. You need to find opportunities to speak English as much as you can, right? I think this is very important for you. Or you could go to Loma Linda Hospital and you could volunteer to visit with the sick children, the children who are dying from cancer. You could go there and you could talk to children, maybe 1 or 2 hours a day. It's a good thing because you're helping people, but you're also practicing your English. So what we want to do now is, I want you to read with me the paragraph. Now, you want to work on using the same tone, the same rhythm, the same pace, the same pausing as I have. You may have to practice this 4 or 5 or even 6 times before you're comfortable reading with me at the same rate. But this is what you want to try to do. You want to be able to read with me at the same rate. Okay, here we go. Now you may want to go to InGrade and pull up the paragraph I sent you so we can read together. Okay, here we go. At the English Language Program, ELP, at CSUSB, we are committed to the furthering of knowledge and fulfilling our educational mission. We promote a campus environment that welcomes, celebrates, and promotes respect for the entire variety of human experience. In our commitment to diversity, we welcome people from all backgrounds, and we seek to include knowledge and values from many cultures in the curriculum and extracurricular life of the campus community. We extend to each other compassion and goodwill so that we all may feel comfortable being ourselves in a safe learning environment. To further promote this safe learning environment, all student information, whether personal or academic, is kept confidential between the faculty and administration. All right? Now let's go to part B. You're going to answer the question, why is it important for you to learn English?
Part B. It's very important for me to learn English for 2 reasons.
Okay.
First,
that's a good way to start because now we can predict what's going to happen in the rest of your response. So nice
it's to
organization.
converse with my friends in other countries and to make a good relationship with each other.
Right, that's perfect.
English is a common language mostly used in many countries. For example,
good grammar, mostly used, which means mostly it is used in many countries. So you took that second independent clause, you reduced it to a phrase. That's high grammar, that's pretty good.
When I talk with my Korean friends, we talk in English, and we can understand each other. The more I study English.
Now when you use the word can and then you have the main verb, you can say, and we can understand each other. So when you're using a modal, the stress lies on the main verb, not on the modal itself.
The more easy it's to talk with my Korean friends. Another reason.
The more easy it is to talk to my Korean friends. I would probably revise that sentence to reflect it is.
Why it's important to learn English is for my job in the future.
Okay.
I don't have an exact dream, but I'd like to work with many kinds of people in America.
You can say that I would like to work in a diverse environment. If you say diverse environment or a diverse cultural environment, that just implies that you will be working with people from many different cultures or languages.
In America, I will always need to use English for reports, meetings, planning, and so on.
Okay.
Now, most companies need to promote the merchandise in various countries.
You want to say various, so you're not pronouncing that V with enough vibration. Very, various.
I'd like to play an active part in a company in the future, so I need to study English harder. So studying English is very important for me.
Okay. And that sounds good. And you know what? On a personal level, I enjoy having you in my class. You always have a smile and you're willing to participate and you do your assignments. You're working hard, right? So you're motivated, you're practicing, and you will continue to improve. Now, just a couple of things in here. I know that you're already working on a few of these things, but I'm just going to remind you again. Don't forget, keep practicing the R and the L consonant sounds. I know that you're working on that. Keep doing that. But also, I want you to go to the pronunciation section of my course and practice the B and the V consonants. For example, berry, very. Those two sounds you're kind of confusing a little bit, right? So you can go to the pronunciation area of my course and work on those things. Now, in addition, in the second part of the pronunciation area of my course, I'd like you to take a look at the lessons titled. You might want to write these down, and you want to study the lessons with these titles: sentence rhythm, intonation, thought groups, and blending. I think if you can solve problems in those areas, it will help you to speak more fluently and more clearly. All right, R. So now the next question is, what is your intelligibility score? And what does that mean for our class? So remember that this is just a homework assignment. We do have a final exam coming up, a pronunciation final exam. I'm going to tell you what your score would be if this were the final exam. Okay, so right now I'm going to put you at intermediate level. I'm going to put you at about 3.4 out of 7. That means intermediate level in your speaking and pronunciation. Now, for the purposes of our class, if this were the final exam, you would get a score of 86% on this, so it's not bad. Now, you want to get an A? You want to do higher than that? You'll need to solve problems. You'll need to solve problems with your R and your L consonants, with the B and the V consonants, and you also need to work on sentence rhythm, intonation, and thought groups and blending. And you have to solve those problems if you want to improve your speaking and pronunciation proficiency. Remember, you can study all these lessons in the pronunciation area of my course. You can get better, right? Okay, anyway, thank you very much for completing this, and thank you for being a good student.